Hello, hello, hello. Random, unplanned, live for you today. I just had a meeting that for my training hub that I just don't think I scheduled it at a time where people were available. So I just decided I'm going to come on here because I haven't done much with the YouTubes. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go live because I'm like all ready to chat with people. So I'm here for you if you want to join me, if you want to ask questions, if you want to talk about a topic, like let's do that. I also wanted to run some ideas past you. So yeah, let me see. Also, this isn't scheduled, so we'll see how good this works. Um, let's see. Da, da, da. Sorry, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I'm not in my office. Do you guys have like computer issues? Because I got to get a new one. This one's driving me nuts. Like I was literally in a meeting yesterday, like Zoom meeting, and it just went black. Turned off, went black, couldn't get back on. Gosh. So, okay, great. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. So, happy for you guys to put anything in the chat that you want to talk about or questions that you have or content that you would like to see. Like, I just thought I'd come on here for a few minutes and see if anybody was around. I know it's the middle of the day, so, well, depending on where you are. So, if you are joining me, if you could let me know where you're from, I would love to know that so I know, like, who's around when. Um, so yeah, so it's just been crazy with technology for me. So good morning to somebody, to Sun Han. It's so I don't know where you are, but yeah, I guess it's 11, it's just after 11 here. It's beautiful sunny day in Wellington. So yeah, this isn't the best lighting. This is my husband's office because I don't know, nothing's working in my office. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook, but that got hacked this week. And hello, Lower Hut, nice. And so like literally got hacked. Like, and I have like 9 businesses under there, and I have clients that I do like their social media for them. And so one of those got hacked and it wasn't good. It's not good. So I've literally spent hours. You literally cannot talk to Facebook. And I ended up behind the scenes getting into talking to somebody at my clients because hers is a business. And so they'll talk to people that are spending money, right? I do spend money. So I don't know what the issue. I can't even get in. I can't do anything. So if you follow me on Facebook, maybe move to Instagram. I talked to somebody yesterday. A formal report has been filed. And so I really think that I will get mine back. And it's like, because it's like your personal Facebook I've had for like 20 years. So, like the history, the pictures, it was very upsetting. So, oh, snowy, freezing Michigan. You live in Thorndon. Cool, cool. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. I know like this lighting isn't the best. I keep seeing weird shadows on my face. But so yeah, so just put in the chat if you want to talk about anything. Otherwise, I just keep talking because I don't have a problem with that. So I actually wanted to run a couple things past you, actually. Some pretty exciting things coming up that I'm not ready to talk about, but I will soon. Yes, 26 degrees Celsius in Lower Hut. So that's in the 70s Fahrenheit. So very nice. Very, very nice. It doesn't really get much warmer than that in Wellington. I was up in Mount Maunganui this weekend and it was hot. It was like 27, so it's not much hotter than this, but you know, I was outside all day not working. So I have a lot to do. My kids are still home. It's like, okay. They're not a problem really. Because they're older, but it's just, like being in a house when like somebody is on holiday and you're not, it's not fun. Like I need to just like not be in the house. I have a couple of meetings this afternoon, not here, so that should be good. Anyway, let me run some ideas past you. I put this out in my yeah, Mount Maunganui is amazing. Like literally, guys, tears. Tears when I was leaving because I love it. I'm such a beach person, and this is like an amazing beach town, similar to like where I would have traveled as a kid, but at a smaller scale, of course. But just really great. The food was really good. Like everything was convenient. Everything was, I don't know, it was great. I had a great Airbnb. It was literally they just transformed like a garage. So like not the nicest building, but inside was really nice. The beds were great. I mean, that's really what you're renting, right? In an Airbnb, you're renting a bed. And so like I don't understand how these people just buy these cheap beds. Like this is what I'm actually renting. Anyway, that's a different thing. Okay. So, can you follow my train of thought? Here's some ideas I want to run past you. So, I'm thinking about some new content and thinking about doing like maybe I'll go live. I don't know, weekly. I haven't really. Um, sorry, I'm just reading a comment. Someone just got back from the States, relieved they don't have corn syrup in all the food. I know, it's so noticeable, the corn. High fructose corn syrup is in, like, everything in the US, and it's not good for you. It makes everything really sweet. So you'll notice in the States when you travel, everything's really sweet, really salty, because yeah, probably because the quality isn't there. The produce, man, I was so frustrated in the summer. So it was summer, so it was, like, all the vegetables that I love and the fruits that I love were in season in the US and they did not taste good. I don't know what they're doing, but I was like, what is this? Like an avocado there compared to an avocado here? No, I made guac. I'm like, what is this? It has no taste. You'd have to like add like triple salt in order to get it to taste good. So frustrating. So speaking of that, my thought is I actually don't have ADHD, just so you know. As I feel like I'm all over the place, I just, have a lot of tangents, but I'm on track mentally with what I'm trying to say. So basically, thinking about like once a week, I don't know, maybe go live. I don't know. I haven't like worked out the details on um YouTube where I would do like so are you guys familiar? I should have brought it up here. Like I wasn't planning on doing this. The, Edmunds Cookbook is like the cookbook for New Zealand, like, it's the famous book, right? It's obviously the only thing you can use to cook here, but it's the famous one. Um, and so, I'm thinking about doing, like working my way through the Edmunds Cookbook and just, like, recording me making New Zealand food. And I'm not going to edit it. It'll just be like I'll probably do live because I don't want to edit it. Like the video editing, I don't like. So, and just be making the foods. There's so many. I go through the advents and I'm like, I haven't made any of this. So why don't I take you with me and make some of this? Probably we'll start with baking just because I love baking. But I guess I don't know how that's gonna work because like you gotta have like the bake time and like if you're live. So anyway, I haven't thought it all through, but like, what do you think? Do you like that idea? Is that anything you'd be interested in? Um, yeah, like this would be in addition to my weekly videos, but like I was just thinking, need to do something different. I travel videos, like I'm just not a photographer, videographer, like I don't care like if the video is perfect. So so I'm not the best for that. Like I'm happy to do it and it's just authentically the way that it is. I'm just who I am. So let me know what you think about that. Also, thinking about doing now, really be honest with me. I want you guys to be honest with me. Don't be nice. Okay. Don't pretend that you want something that you don't. Okay. Some people like the idea. The weather in Wellington is amazing. It's like beautiful and sunny. I should be outside doing this. Oh, I should. Okay. So people like the idea. Here's another idea. Idea number two. Okay, keep up, keep up. Idea number two. Of course, when I have vacation, I come up with all these ideas. So I'm thinking there has like been some scavenger hunts running around Wellington that there's literally thousands of people going to. And I was thinking, I've had so many Americans come here. I've met with so many, like probably 20 in the last month. And it doesn't have to be just for Americans, but I was thinking a scavenger hunt, a Kiwi Americans scavenger hunt around Wellington, all my favorite places, fun little stories of things that happened in different places. Some of the cool spots that I think are great and maybe not well known. Um, what do you think of that? It just would be like a thing on your phone. So, like, if you're visiting Wellington, it would be something that you could do, wouldn't be expensive. I've talked to some scavenger hunt app companies. I'm not trying to build my own app. And so they do charge me for this. So it would be a bit of investment upfront for me to do this. So that's why I just kind of want to know what you think of that. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to do it just because it would be fun and try it. The big thing with the Pokemons and everybody's into that sort of thing. And there's two right now in Wellington that you can take, like these little treasure hunts, and like boring. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just thought, ooh, that's fun, So like, cause people just like when they like somebody online, it's just like makes it a little bit more fun. And so then, it's competition. Anyway, we don't need to keep talking about it, but yeah, and just show the best places in Wellington, but it would be probably like it would be like from my perspective, and yeah, like I would provide insight in there that I think that would be helpful if people were like visiting or moving, travel tips maybe. I don't know, like there's just like my mind is like, because I was looking at those, everybody's doing them, and I was like, why isn't somebody that like people, know as opposed to these random, here's a treasure hunt around Wellington. Anyway. Um, oh, okay. The Kiwi classic, the cottage pie. Um, Good idea. I have made cottage pie, but I don't know that I don't actually, I have just made it my way. See, this is the thing. Like, I think it would be helpful to do a show on cooking through the Edmonds cookbook and just getting a feel for how they eat here. Because here's the thing is, oh yeah, pavlova. I make that all the time. Um, how do they get the pumpkin so big in the US? How do they get everything so big? I came here and like apples are like this, like this, and like chickens are so small. And I was like, I have to get two chickens to feed my family because they're probably, they're normal size. They're not fed and injected and whatever they are. So, yeah, so anyway, I'm thinking about doing a live show going through the Edmonds cookbook and the scavenger hunt. Let me know your thoughts. Happy for you to email me if you don't want to put on the live chat. Like, I don't like this. That's fine. Or any other ideas you have. I'm just like, the thing is like I have a bunch of marketing clients that I've been working with, and that's good. But at the end of the day, like I just love doing my own stuff, but it doesn't make me enough money, so I can't. So I'm just like, so I'm just trying to think of other ways to do that. Anyway, those are fun. Yeah, and any recipes that you want me to make first. Like all you guys like they have what do you call it here? Uh oh, I can't think of it. Like instead of bars, like we would call them bars, I call them like uh mm, US versus New Zealand recipes for the same thing. Ooh, that's interesting. It's a good idea. Like the US take on it, make lolly cake. Oh, slices, thank you. Slices. When I think of a slice, I think of a slice of pizza or a slice of pie, and so that always throws me. But a slice, and then like yeah, an American equivalent. That's interesting. Or I take the recipe and change it a bit. Um, I don't know. Is that bad? Should I not do that? I really like to kind of try it like the way that you like to eat it, I guess. But I don't know what would make the most interesting video. So yeah. I should just be like filming my YouTube video since it's Thursday already and I haven't done that. You should do a family cook off. Oh, that's a good one. I was thinking of doing one with Christy. We should definitely do a live with me and Christy cooking something because she's hysterical in the kitchen. Like, there still has to be a level of entertainment value. She's hysterical. So, I got to do that. I got to pick a recipe that's easy because she is not a cook, not a baker, and she's so funny. Oh my gosh, because you can do a Zoom and go live on YouTube with the Zoom. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna call her after this. Um, that's gonna be so funny. But, like, her ingredients are gonna be different. It's gonna be funny. So I just don't understand how I'm gonna do the cook time. I don't know. So, yes, Christy making kiwi food. I know, it's so funny. Um, yeah, so okay, so those are my ideas. Good feedback. Let me know what you think of the, um, scavenger hunt. I heard a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm not keeping up. So yeah. So Christy would be funny with that. That might be fun content with Christy. Maybe I do the cooking with Christy. Hmm. Hmm. She's funny. I have lots of funny friends, but she was the most, how do I say, physical humor. So I think that that's funny. So yeah, I'd have to send her an Edmund's cookbook. Another idea is the third idea. Look at these ideas. So I'm pretty good friends with the USTU guy up here in Wellington, who sells American food, and yeah, we've been talking quite a bit and thinking about would you be interested in like a package of like all my favorite American foods from there? Like I'm telling you, what he buys, I've been telling him what to buy because you know he's a Kiwi, doesn't know. And then, like, all, like, the best things. I don't know, I think that that would be kind of a fun idea, like a boxed item of all my favorite treats from the US because I buy the same thing every time I go there. And it's not something that sells a lot because, like, you guys have different tastes, so maybe you wouldn't like it. I don't know, maybe that's not good. Um, but yeah, so that should be fun. I don't know if I could do all that cooking weekly. Oh my gosh. What was the last Edmonds dish that I cooked up? Ooh, good question. I do have the cookbook. I have, like, 3 of them. Goldfish cookies. Um, I have 3 of them. Like, 2 I got at the op shop, and then 1 I just had to buy, like, um hello, hello. I had to buy, like, the most recent one, and so I have it. I gotta find it. Like, you can tell I use it a lot because I go through it, and I'm like, "I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is." I guess that's interesting because 'cause I'll be like, "I don't know what this is, but we're gonna make it." Like, I can look at pictures, so and that I do, but I just have no idea what it's gonna taste like. So the last thing that I made in there, like, most things don't look good to me. The tastes are so different, even though I love New Zealand food, just so you know. Like, on my trip, ate lots of pies on the way and on the way back. Like, pies, sausage rolls, um, I don't eat too many of them because for obvious reasons, but they are mm, mm. Um, I love all the New Zealand brunch. Like, I never really had, like what do they have? Um oh my gosh, sorry, my brain. How's the weather here? Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful day, but I'm in here talking with you, so not sure what I'm doing, but thank you. Thank you for that. Um, eggs Benedict. I never really had that till I came here. I can never eat the whole thing. Like, why they like I like it when they have it on the kids menu because then they just have like one egg. Like I don't eat two eggs. Anyway, I don't normally eat breakfast, so that's probably why. Hi, hi. Um, so yeah. All right. So other questions that you have, I could just be talking about anything, and I don't know if it's hey, hold on. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair's pink. Ooh, can you see some of the streaks? Oh, oh, pink streaks, pink streaks. So I had a moment where you're at the hairdresser and I'm like, maybe I want some color. I'm sick of yellow, you know? And she's like, well, the only color I have is pink. And I was like, pink it is. And then I'm like, she has it in my hair. She's about to wash it out of my hair. And I'm like having that panic attack. I forgot that my job is creating videos. And then people are always looking at my hair. I'm like, what if I hate it? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? And so I had like a mini panic attack, like laying there like this. So yeah, but it's fine. It's mild. Whew. Eggs Benny at Mojo on Queens Wharf. Oh, really? I have not had that. I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down. Mojo Benny. Okay, I'm like so hungry. I could go right now. What do you mean I'm being a teenager again? Oh, yes, with the red, the pink. Yeah, see, I never colored my hair as a teenager, so I'm reliving the years. I'm reliving it. Your hair looks fine. Thank you. Thank you. It is like white, like my hair is normally like a yellow, so it is different. So it was a little bit of an adjustment, but I didn't really do it today. So sorry. I've been going to the gym. I have been every morning, so been good. It matches my youthful energy that I have. I do have energy. So yeah, I've been going to the gym, going to Les Mills, fasting in the mornings, until about 2 or so. It's been good. I feel really good, mentally clear, energy. Um, but now I really want eggs Benny. But I got a meeting this afternoon. I don't have a car right now because my son is on his driving test right now. So, okay, I have a question. Do you know what's the demand for manufacturing engineer in Australia, New Zealand? Hmm. A manufacturing engineer. That's a good question. So you can look at the lists on the immigration site where it has like the jobs in demand, and those are going to be the easiest way to get here if your job is in demand. Um, Wait, okay, sorry, I'm distracted. And so maybe and somebody here that might know more about that would be helpful. So I'm hoping to create a community soon where everybody can be, um, ask questions and talk. And I'll tell you more about that when I get it all figured out. It's always everything. When you do everything yourself, it's like, oh my gosh. So, demand for manufacturing. Okay. Okay, any suggestions for a single gal moving to New Zealand? There's so much info on families, which is definitely great, but emotionally different. Totally true. I Yeah. So I have a lot of couch surfers or people that stay with me that are single and traveling through, and they're generally here just for a year. They're like on that working holiday visa, but some of them end up staying longer, and they make friends, and so yeah. So it's definitely common. I think that you would, if you, especially if you're staying at the hostels, you'll meet lots of people that you could travel with if you wanted to. But like, I was just on a tour in Lake Tarawera, and all those people were single travelers, but they joined a group. Oh, I wish I could remember. Oh, it was like Kiwi something. It was Kiwi something. And so they're all single. They're all from like mostly from Australia, Europe, US, South America. And they all kind of came and then they joined up the tour to do certain things for a couple days. And then you meet people, but then you're still traveling on your own. So that's kind of cool. Um, and so that was really cool. I liked all of them, but they're separate. But like, so you're still kind of doing the tour yourself, but you can chat with people and meet people. But just honestly, my group was the funnest group on the tour. We won't talk about that. Okay. How do you connect with family in the States? Do you have a regular time to check in with them? I have many friends. I want to stay connected. Okay, great. There. Okay, so how has nobody asked me this question? I literally don't think anybody has ever asked me this question. Maybe in the beginning. Okay, so Marco Polo. That's how I connect with people in the States. If you've never used that app, yeah, Marco Polo, because the time difference, it doesn't work. It's like when you want to talk to your friends, they're asleep and vice versa, right? And so what's nice about Marco Polo, it's just video. So like I'm in my car, I'm traveling someone, I'm talking to somebody. I mean, me and Christy talk every day, Marco Polo. Obviously, WhatsApp groups. We have like family WhatsApp groups, family like Facebook Messenger, whatever you want. We actually don't connect on Zoom very much because it is what it is. It works, I think, with one-on-one, but like at Christmas, we're all on there, but like who's even talking? And it's weird. But like, so yeah, I have really used Marco Polo like a lot. So I leave a message for my mom. And so what's nice is it's like email, right? Where you can watch it when you're ready to watch it. Um, and respond when you're ready to respond. I mean, you miss the back and forth. And so then for calling people, I think it's only like $4 a month that I get 300 minutes. I have 2 degrees. And, so then I call people, like I call my parents or whatever. So, um, okay, cool. So somebody said they connect with Skype because the clarity is better than Messenger and Zoom. So that's really good to know. That's interesting. I didn't realize people even use Skype anymore. So, okay. Yeah. And so, yeah, the timing in and out. So we use FaceTime. If we're going to do it, we'll use FaceTime. But yeah, it gets, that you do it a lot more when you first come and then it just kind of trickles off into nothing. My frustration, and let me know if this has been other people's experience because I'm curious about this, is my family won't call me. To them, it's like overwhelming. The time difference, even though you can just say, "Hey Siri, what time is it in Wisconsin?" And she'll tell you. And then if you should call me or not call me. But like I always have to do the calling. I don't know if it comes with a little bit of like I'm the one that left and so it's my job. Like I don't know, has anybody else experienced that because I'm like literally if I don't call there's no calling. Like if I don't make the effort. Um, Sometimes I'll have friends reach out randomly, but it's not, consistent at all. So, would be curious to know your experience with that. Sounds familiar. So I was like, okay. So I think it just kind of comes with that. And so you will probably have to make the effort to keep the conversation rolling and because the relationships are important and they need to be maintained. And technology is amazing for doing that. It's just using it in a way that works for you, I guess. But yeah, so you just have and there's so many ways to keep track of what time it is um, in another country. But like people are like overwhelmed. Oh, is this a bad time? Yeah. And it's just like, okay, you just like check, we have this constantly. Like we could just ask it questions and it tells you. Oh my gosh, people. Anyway, it's probably just my family. But even Christy, like, just trying to get her, "Can you just call me?" "Well, I don't know what time that is. You're" Yeah. Okay, so someone said their parents moved pre-internet, and, yeah, that's much harder. So, yeah. Like, even when I left, I gave little pieces of paper to my family that says, my phone number, but also directions on how to call it. You know, how you gotta enter the country code and how things are a little bit different. And I did the best time to call, like, I did it by season, winter, spring, summer, and fall because of, daylight savings, it changes. And so, yeah, I'm just like, okay, it doesn't I want to make a strong CV. Yeah. So good question. I do have services on my website to help you with your CV. I also have templates that are really good. Um, so check that out. I'm happy to help if you have like questions. It's definitely a little bit different the way that you do it, but generally, if you're American, the way that you're doing your CV is already really good. Compared to the ones I see here. So really, I created my service for people that are here because I literally had the worst time trying to hire people because I cannot hire someone who writes something like this. So bad. So I have a couple of templates that I think are the best and the way that you should do your cover letter. So check that out. Um, Have I picked up any Kiwi slang words you find yourself saying naturally? Okay, so I say cheers. Never said that before. Lovely. Have a lovely day. Never said that before. I've just started noticing it. I don't say I reckon. Okay. I still don't do that. But like things are becoming a lot more comfortable. The sweet as, the all of the as's after everything. Um uh lolly. Like saying that word was like hard, but I'm saying it. Like, why am I saying it? Oh my gosh. Togs, the name for things, the names that New Zealanders use for things, I switched, right? Um, uh, New Zealand is okay. Okay, I'll check that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just let me know. I'm happy to help. Okay. Um, Cheers is more UK. Yeah. So this is very British. So like if you want American, it's Australia. Tomato, tomato. Like you guys say words wrong. Like oregano is not oregano. Is that what you say? Or Adidas is not Adidas. Like what? It is actually the way you say it is actually correct. I had to look it up because that would kept making me so mad. Um, yeah, tomato sauce, ketchup, ketchup. So, do you guys pick up any American slang from me? I don't know. I have the Midwest accent, so I was born in New York, so there's a little bit of the New York in there when I say certain words. Um, but yeah, so um, yeah, trying to think of other words. There's probably if I like saw a list, like then I would know off the top of my head. But um, yeah, so it's very British here. Like I'm going to the UK for the first time in June. So I've never been there. I've barely traveled Europe. I'm literally dying. Um, your Kiwi and talk still sounds weird. Yeah, it does. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to the UK. I think it's interesting because UK is like the size of New Zealand, but with like 60 million people or something like that. Like, what is that going to be like? Uh, what questions do Kiwis ask you as an American? Oh my gosh, so many questions. They just have a lot of questions about American culture because, people see it on TV and they don't understand it. Oh, that's funny. Um, Sorry, what was I saying? Okay. So yeah, so I'm curious to see. I feel like I would feel right at home in the UK from living here. That's what I'm saying. When I went to Canada, so I moved here for 2 years. I moved back to the States and we had traveled to Canada for something and I could not believe how Kiwi that felt to me. It was so noticeable. I was like, "Oh my goodness." The words, the things on the menus, um, yeah, their process. I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, "What?" So I'd like to visit Spain, Greece, Italy. Oh, the you knows. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I had this professor once that would say, and so you know, and so you know. I used to keep track of how many times she says it because it was so much. I couldn't hear anything she said. I learned nothing in that class. It's called, I'm a public speaking professor. So that's called a vocalized pause. So when you're uncomfortable with the pause, you fill it in with words. And so many people, um, just don't know how to do that. And so, like, to take them out or to be aware of it. And so I debated for a while whether I would tell my professor, and then I told her, and it didn't go real well. So there we go. Um, you'd be a great U.S. driver, Q. Mhm. Or give newcomers New Zealand tours. Not sure what you're saying. You'd be great US tour guide for Kiwis wanting to experience American culture. Yes. And I do that. I have a lot of people reach out to me, "Hey, I'm a Kiwi, I go to the US," because most of my audience are New Zealand Australians. Um, and charge money. I know. I need to charge money. The thing is like I'm trying to go to Europe this summer and I don't make enough. I mean, I have clients. I just have all these businesses growing. There's a patient side of it. There's, whatever. Uh, I'm setting myself up in Palmerston North. Any thoughts or recommendations for him? So, I'm not that familiar with Palmerston North. I mean, I like the city. I mean, it's like a college town, or a university town, and it has everything. Like, it's kind of nice. I know people that really like Palmerston North. So yeah, but I haven't spent any time other than just visiting there. I spoke at the university a couple times, but what's your favorite music artist band? Are you a good singer? Play any instruments? Oh, that's a good question. So if you go into my living room, we have a whole corner set up of instruments. We probably have four guitars, drums, keyboards, microphones, and then various random instruments. Um, and so you guys can see the chat, right? So some other people are helping other people with questions. Hopefully you can see that. So my husband comes from a very musical family, like been in bands, him and his brothers and his dad, and not me. I took what did I did I did like 12 years of keyboard, so I can read music and I can play it, but I don't like it. I hated it. Like I hated it the whole time. So my kids are quite musical, and so we just have the instruments out so that they could just be playing and pick up an instrument when you're bored. Just do that, and they do. They've taken on new instruments. You can just YouTube how to play something or the chords or the notes for the songs that you like, and they do that, and that's fun. It's good learning. So yeah, they're way more musical than me. No, I'm not a singer, I'm a dancer. So yeah. And I always get myself in trouble when I say that. So I need to stop saying that because people are like, because we have karaoke. It's a big thing in our family. And people are like, are you a singer? I'm like, no, I'm a dancer. And then they always make me dance. And so then I'm like, why did I just say that? So yeah, I've always been a dancer. Obviously not as much as I've got older, but used to do it quite regularly. I need to get back into it. I love the salsa dances. I've never taken that. They have like classes in Wellington. How have I not done that? I don't know. But um, what's my go-to dance style? Hip hop is my favorite. If I was to sign up for a class, I grew up taking ballet, tap, jazz, modern, everything. But yeah, was in kind of every type of dance that you could imagine. Zumba was, like the exercise of choice when I had my kids. So yeah, it's fun. Okay, what are some small things that you found thrilling when you moved that you didn't expect? I feel like grocery shopping will be fun. um, yeah, that's a good comment about Palmerston North. Um, okay, sorry, going back. Yeah, there was a lot of things that were thrilling. Okay, good question. Get off the plane. What is this place? Like you look it around, like it literally doesn't look real. It's so beautiful. It's like beautiful, like you can't expect. Like my kids are completely ruined because we go back to Wisconsin and people are like, oh, the sunrise, the sunset. And you're like, it's okay. It's so beautiful. One thing that's really noticeable when you first come is the clean air. I didn't come from like Los Angeles, like full of smog or anything, but like the clean air is really noticeable. How clean everything is really noticeable. Um, there's a calmness, a contentment. You definitely don't see that in America, and very noticeable when I go back every year. Yeah, people are unhappy. Discontent would be the word that I would use. That's the word that I used. But here they're kind of free, like not stressed. really nice. They have time for you. They ask questions. They sincerely want to know. At least I think so. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. So yeah, so I'm just like, that's what's so noticeable. Um, it's really noticeable. There's no chains. Okay. No chain restaurants, no chain stores. That's all there is in the state. So like you go into a new town, you have no idea where to go. There will be chains like all the American chains, McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, Pizza Hut, Domino's. And then there's the chains of like Mitre 10 for like and Bunnings for like building products, the warehouse, there's like that. But like if you just want to go to a restaurant, you just like everything is mom and pop, smaller. That's really noticeable when you first come here. Really noticeable that everything closes all the time. So I just met, how did I not take a picture of this? So I was up in Mount Maunganui, and one of my clients had just came here. He had only been here for 8 weeks, and he, doesn't know anybody, whatever. So I picked him up, went to Chantel's house for dinner. Actually, if you know her from my channel, and just kind of connecting them. And how did I not take a picture with him? Okay, so yeah, so he's totally new, and so it was interesting to hear his perspective. Obviously driving on the left side takes an adjustment. Um, Here's a funny thing. I think he thought that so many people were homeless because the casual dress was so casual. Like, I'm like, "No, I don't actually think they're homeless. I think that people actually walk around with bare feet and walk into places with bare feet, that's casual. It's summer." It was funny. I don't know, like, maybe I was missing something in that conversation, but I was like, "No, there's not a lot of homeless here." Like, I don't know what you're saying. Um The library in Palmy is nice. Yes, I have been looking at buying a house. Prices keep coming down, so it's not my time yet. Um, been in the US 30 plus times and out of New Zealand for 4 years. Yeah, and you're surprised how beautiful it is. It really is. So that was interesting. When I was on that tour, um, so we were talking with all of the tourists, right? And one lady was from Turkey, I think it was. She was very friendly and we talked a lot. And she just was like, she was actually frustrated when she talked to locals because she was like, they just talk about this place like this is normal. These lakes, these mountains, these these rivers, like this is normal. It's not normal. This is the most beautiful place, Garden of Eden kind of feel amazing, and she was like, "I don't these people just take it for granted, like, they don't realize what they have," and I'm like, "Welcome to my channel." I didn't say that because I don't you Um, yeah, so I was like, "This is exactly what I'm trying to say, like, you guys don't even know what you have." So, um, yeah, so yeah, so anyway, I guess I have been on here for a while, I should probably get going, I have to prepare for my next meeting. Okay. Yes, it is, like, Taronga was amazing, I just have never been there, so oh my gosh, like, why do I not live there? Well, because my kids are all set in their schools here. Okay, how do you determine if you're homesick adjusting or if New Zealand just isn't right for you? I'm worried that I have rose-colored glasses. Okay, that's a great question, I'm just gonna address this last question. Um Your glasses are not rose-colored. The things that I talk about, the things that you read about, the things that other people say about New Zealand are absolutely true. This place is amazing. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I don't think you'll be disappointed no matter where you live here. It's beautiful. Like I just did a video on. I went to the Mount Maunganui. It is so stunning, so beautiful. And then I come home and it's so beautiful here. That wasn't my experience going on holiday. I would come home to like dark, freezing, snow, brown, and so yeah. Um, so yeah, so you're not gonna regret it. I had no homesickness for 6 years. This is probably the first year that I'm really feeling like, "Oh my gosh." It's starting to feel lame that I don't have family holidays. I miss family more, than I have before, and everybody in my family feels that. We struggled to not be able to go home for Christmas this year, but I haven't felt that until this point. I really tried. I tried to be, like, really aware, like, I thought that I was gonna go through that normal cycle of not liking or, the adjustment and missing home. I didn't have any of that. And it might be different, like, I had my family, so, like, I always had people and it was new for everybody, but, yeah, it was great. People are saying it's so beautiful, you don't really understand. When is a good time to visit New Zealand if you haven't? So right now we're in summer, so, like, December, I would say up until even May is probably nice. The winters are just rainier and dark, that you don't have as much sunlight, like, it gets dark at 5, so, like, that's not great for, like, traveling and seeing things, it limits your daylight, right? So I would say that those are the best times. Comment if you disagree, but Um, and then even coming like October, November, that's nice too, and that would be off peak and cheaper. Um, good to see you live. Have a fun day at work. Um, it's a bit cloudy today, but have your kids bomb dived outside today, Papa? I believe two, maybe two of mine have, maybe just one. Um, yeah, visit after school holidays. That's a really good tip, actually, to visit. The school holidays are, like, every, like, 10 weeks or so, and, that's when everything's more expensive and a lot more people traveling, but really not. Like, New Zealand, like, it's not actually packed. Even if it's packed, it's not actually packed. It's not packed at, like, American level packed. So, the north of the north is subtropical, and the south of the South Island is like Scotland. That's true. Um Yeah, if you come in winter but if you like winter stuff, if you wanna go snowboarding and skiing and go to Queenstown, it's Wanaka, you're not gonna be disappointed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Central Otago as well. Yeah, just amazing, amazing. So, yeah. Anyway, I gotta get off. I gotta go. I gotta go do work. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Reach out to me with any questions that you have. Hit me up if you need help with CV or you wanna join the training hub or any marketing needs. I can help you with that as well. So, see ya.